Hey, what's up? I'm Natalie.
What's up, I'm Denzil.
This is the Leaks Podcast.
Episode 6.
I feel like sometimes people give advice, and while it's helpful, my whole thing was just like, you don't know how much work goes behind the scenes before you just come and shit on what someone is doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just a little, not rude, but it's like, you don't even get it. And it's like what you said, like, if you're not even doing this. So who really, like, why should I even take your advice? You're not an expert opinion. You're not an expert potter. Like, I'm gonna fucking listen to what the fuck you telling me.
Right.
So that's just where I was coming from with that one.
I feel like if you're not, we're all entitled to an opinion, right? But if you're not doing a certain profession, all you can really say is your opinion. You can't really get into, oh, well, I would have did it like, you're not even doing this.
Everyone thinks they're a professional when they give you advice and opinions, and it's like, no.
Especially if you don't even have any type of knowledge on what the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
This is not easy.
It's
like,
not.
It looks like we just sitting down here talking. It's not easy. And then you run the risk of like, yo, I might say something that could offend someone on top of that.
To be honest, this is this is my opinion, but this is probably the easiest part.
Yeah. This is
Sitting
the
here
easiest part.
sitting here and running our mouths is the easiest part.
But look how long it took us to get to this point. We just spent like an hour talking about what we were going to do, how we were going to set it up, the camera angles. My headphones stopped working like 3 times.
What the fuck we going to talk about?
Lighting the hookah is work in itself. Okay.
How many times have we went over what the fuck we going to talk about today?
The week.
Over the past this week.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
At least 5.
People don't keep.
They don't get it.
People don't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I feel like as long as we love what we do, fine. I'm happy with that. It don't even feel like work, really, even though we put a lot of work into it, but we actually enjoy doing it. So, fuck what you think. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I still...
Wipe your ass with it.
Damn.
That's how I feel.
You could say that. But, like, I accept all criticism, to be honest.
I do, but not when it's not true to us.
Yeah.
You know? So, it's like, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm also entitled to not use it or to give a fuck. The end. So anyway, Are we just going to get straight into it?
Shit, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm going to ask? Okay. All right. So, colorism.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. This is a topic that's been heavy on my heart.
Yes, it has.
So, let's just start briefly. What is colorism, darling?
Colorism. All right, let me see. What definition do we have of
I was
colorism?
going to answer it. I thought you were going to ask
All right,
it.
go ahead. Well, what's your definition?
Well, no, when I look it up, because I want to be correct when I say the definition.
Right.
Prejudice or discrimination against someone's skin tone, period.
Okay.
Okay. So now that's a definition. Do you think colorism is just a minority issue? Or does colorism exist across cultures, across ethnicities, races?
No, I think colorism, it's not just a minority thing. I think we all deal with colorism.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like, you could it don't even matter. Black, white, Spanish, it really doesn't matter.
Asian.
Like, yeah. Like,
you ever seen The Real? Oh, you know what The Real is?
Yeah.
Jeannie Mai, the Asian one on the show. She says, like, out of her family, she's the darkest one. And they'll comment on the fact that she's the darkest one.
See what I'm saying?
And it's like, you look at her and you're like, dark where?
See what I'm saying?
But her family would make a comment about it.
Respectfully, I mean, her family is probably pale.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like she says she's a little more tan out of everyone in her family.
But who would have thought that colorism happens in the Asian community? You know what I'm saying? So like I would have never thought
Me
that.
either.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me being a black guy, I'm just thinking, well, when I was younger, that it's just a black thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as I got older, I realized like it's not just a problem that I deal with.
Have you experienced colorism? I mean, not even have you experienced. What is your experience with colorism for you?
The booty scratcher, the African booty scratcher. I was the African booty scratcher from, I think, maybe from the time I was like 5.
Wait, did they actually use that term?
Yeah, facts.
Do you remember how old you were when you first heard that?
So I was, like I was saying, like probably like I was the African booty scratcher in my school
God.
at probably like from age 5 to like age maybe like 9, because I had to beat a few,
5?
I had to beat a few people up to kind of like set it straight.
Wait, my mind is blown at 5.
Yeah.
Because that's really young.
Yeah.
And someone called you this.
Yeah. Well, they probably didn't call me the African booty scratcher, but they made fun of the fact that I was dark skinned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for years, that made me feel ashamed of my complexion. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I started feeling different. You know what I'm saying? So, what about you? What's your experience with colorism?
So I'm light skinned. I don't think I had to say that, but
I don't think I noticed you was light skinned.
you didn't notice?
No, I didn't notice.
My experience and my so all right, so I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. My Dominican side, they're darker. My great grandma, I mean, I have stories, so I can't really say for me, but in our culture, it's like you have to marry someone light skinned. So like my great grandmother, out of her siblings, she was the darkest one, and she was raised by her grandma. So her grandmother would treat her differently than the other grandchildren because she was the darkest one. And she used to tell her, when you get married, marry someone very light so you can lighten the race. So she married someone lighter, and she didn't lighten the race much because my grandmother is like a little bit darker than me. My mom's a little bit darker than me, but that was her goal. Like, if you're dark skinned, you're not viewed as beautiful.
That's
it's crazy. And it's like we have that a lot in our culture where it's like they're not even educated enough because they don't understand that we are black. Like, Dominican is not a race.
Right.
It's an ethnicity.
Talk about it.
So it's like our race really is black Africans. Like, they came on the boat. Some got dropped off in Jamaica. Some got dropped off in Puerto Rico. Some got dropped off in Dominican Republic.
But it started in Africa.
Exactly. And because of colonization, because of, rape from the colonizers, we have, and maybe not even all of it was rape. It could have been real love, but that's why we have such a blend, such a spectrum, different shades, hair textures, all of that. But it's like even our own culture, the music we listen to and the food that we eat, it stems from African culture. Yeah. And it's very, like, we all, like, even I always compare, like, Jamaicans, they eat ackee and saltfish. We make bacalao. Same thing. Stewed chicken, we have pollo guisado. Rice and peas, we have rice and beans. Like, it's the same shit. So it's like.
They both seasoned.
And it's like, how could you. The fact that they don't know that and they don't want to educate themselves, that really bothers me.
Hey, but, a lot of our elders are stuck in their ways. They grew up in a different time. So, like, they were in a time where society didn't force them to understand that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
they weren't educated on purpose. It's to have that divide.
Right.
To continue that divide.
By default, I mean, they're probably just stuck that way. You know what I'm saying? Which is unfortunate because we're going to be like that way too. Yeah. Once we get older, we're going to be stuck, you know what I'm saying, in some type of.
But we're way more educated. Right. And more progressive than our parents.
Right. We're more open-minded.
Of course.
So, I mean, hopefully we're more open-minded going into the future once we get that age. But there's still going to be ideologies and shit that we just always knew from when we were younger. That's just going to stick with us.
Like, it's sad because I didn't even learn about what I just said about, Africans being dropped off, whatever. Yeah. Probably until like 5 years ago because I didn't learn that in school.
Yeah. To be honest, it's a lot of the shit that we learned when we were in school, like as far as
Christopher Columbus, a great man, and he discovered America. Like, yeah,
right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
We both are like,
a lot of that stuff was left out, So
there will still be like Dominicans and even Puerto Ricans, your skin color, who will still to this day be like, I'm not black.
Right. And if if we was to get that information when we were younger, we probably wouldn't be like this now. You get what I'm saying? So
Exactly. It's like up to us to break that when we have
yeah,
children.
yeah.
But with everything going on, I mean, you've seen the news lately. Capitol Hill, the riot. Oh,
Yeah.
that breath was heavy. Um, how has that been affecting you lately?
Shit, where do I start? Capitol Hill, right?
Yeah.
What was the question? How did it make me feel?
How is it making you feel? How is it affecting you? If it's affecting you?
Well, honestly, it made me feel. I wasn't surprised of what went down,
Neither.
but it did make me. I had a lot of emotions to it. So the negative was it made me feel like shit because it's just like obviously if it wasn't white people there at Capitol Hill,
Mm.
it would have been like a massacre.
Oh yeah.
That's like
Mm.
I don't even have to say that. But what made me feel good is the fact that the people who were there protesting,
Mm.
they weren't
Rioting. Okay.
they weren't treated the way we have would have been treated.
Mm.
And a lot of people, a lot of those policemen, they quote unquote didn't expect that.
Mm.
But if it was us, they would have been armed and ready.
Mm.
I guess being that it's white people, they didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But the positive, to go back to what I was saying, is fear. They fear us,
Yeah.
so they feel the need
Mm.
to have the National Guards, to have these dogs for us,
Yeah.
because they know what we're capable of.
Yeah.
So that's where it made me feel good about myself, you know. But at the same time, it make me feel like shit because it's
Yeah.
just like, bruh, this is how you feel.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like being black in America is tough.
Mm.
It's either you just enraged all the time,
Mm.
or you're just on safety. Like you're
Yeah.
always like on guard for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we're aliens. It's like we're
Mhm.
like we not even supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
To be honest, same as how you felt. I don't watch the news, and I wasn't really trying. I read like one post about it, learned about what was going on because I didn't even know what was going on. My mother had to tell me. Read a post about it, got the information, and moved on. Like sometimes I just feel like I don't want to say jaded. I mean, yeah, jaded, and I just lost hope. Like I don't really see how anything is gonna change. I think it's gonna be years and years down the line
It
until we
is.
actually see real change.
It is.
Now the conversations are out, and that's great. There's definitely a lot of awareness surrounding all these issues, but awareness is good.
Yeah.
But I don't think right now awareness is enough to elicit real change. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. How has your mental health been so far, in general, outside of this?
It's been up and down. It's
Yeah.
it's always a work in progress. It never really goes away. And once you come to terms with that, it makes it, I guess, a bit easier to deal with.
Mental health for me, I feel like is something that's never gonna be. You're never gonna be happy all the time or sad all the time. And like you said, work in progress, just like your physical health. Just because you go to the gym one time, that doesn't mean you're
That
the
mean you gonna
healthiest
be
person.
yeah,
Or you
exactly.
have that one salad. Like you constantly have to
You have
put
to work
work
on
into
it.
it.
Yeah.
But like, do you feel like there's any? Do you feel like trauma is passed down? Could it be inherited?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like from our ancestors,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I've definitely like I remember being like 16 and I'm feeling things that I have no knowledge of.
Mm-hmm. That was me at 12.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, girls, y'all are more advanced than us. At
Yeah,
12,
at 12 though, what can you really be depressed at 12? But like my mother, me and her handle things very similar. Like one thing can happen and we are stuck on it. We're completely negative, sad about it. And it's like we can't just bounce back from things quickly.
yeah.
So I think I kind of inherited that like solemn, somber kind of
Okay.
attitude.
That's it. I never thought about it that like that. But
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm the same. Like I dwell on things. That's my problem, and I take things personal.
Yes, me too.
So like when I seen that Capitol Hill stuff, like I definitely took it personal. But at the same time, it's just like for the sake of your mental health, you gotta kind of like snap out of that.
It's so hard to snap out
It
of it.
is, especially when you're in your feelings. It's hard to just pull yourself out of it.
It is.
And there's like it kind of you're playing yourself too, because if you're not facing your issues, instead of just like tucking it and just putting it in your pocket, kinda,
Yeah.
your pocket can only hold but so much.
Yeah.
So at some point, your pocket is gonna, or that cup that you've been kind of like just filling all your problems with, not really dealing with it, it's gonna spill over after a while,
Yeah.
and then God knows what's gonna happen.
And I think as minorities, we have been like programmed to handle our emotions that way. And it's like that's why we have such a negative stigma surrounding it, because it's like if you want to say you want to go to therapy now, it's like fuck you talking to a therapist for. Like you're going to trust a complete stranger. They don't know you. How they going to help you?
Yeah.
And it's like we don't want to get help. Or if we are too emotional and too vocal about our emotions, we're being too sensitive. We don't have time for that. Get over it. Man up or woman up. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're weak.
And shit like that. Speaking of manning up, as a man, we're not not to say that we're not supposed to, but it's like a norm for us not to deal with our problems.
Yeah,
We're supposed to just like,
especially
just just deal with it. You're a man, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not supposed to deal with our problems. So it's like I battle with that too. It's like I want to get help, but at the same time, it's just like it kind of goes against what society defines what a man is. You know what I'm saying? I get caught up in that, but I feel like once I get past that, I'll get the help that I need.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing anything right now. It's literally music.
Yeah.
That's what's been helping me cope.
And if that helps, that's fine. Like I think even a therapist would tell you like try to do something, and music, it could be that one thing that you turn to get you out of that. But I think a lot of times people working out. Oh yeah.
You be in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So I need to be like you.
Yeah. You need to join the gym, but you're gonna start the boxing soon, so
yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, that'll be good. You're gonna love it.
I still have like, it's like I always had like a temper. I have a very short temper. It's more controlled now.
Yeah.
Because I think about like the consequences. Because I'm a black man. If I react,
right,
shit, I may not have my freedom,
and that affects your mental health too.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Like them, I can't even freely express this because what could happen when I do? Like you have that added consequence.
Exactly. So, for instance, I have a story, right? Happened to me today. So, on my way here, I said, you know what? Since we're gonna be, drinking, let me get something to eat. So I stopped by a pizza shop. The guy, he already had a nasty attitude. I don't know what happened, but I just told him, I want a regular slice. And as he's giving me the slice, first I told him like, I don't want it too hot because I don't want it like I just want to eat it right there and then. He's like, so what do you want? You want it now? You want to just have it cold, or you want?
Oh nah.
So already I'm like, not too hot, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
I could have just gave him the attitude back,
right.
But that would have just made the situation worse. I don't fuck with people that's dealing with my food.
Right.
So gives me my pizza, right? But he's not even looking. He's talking to the lady in the back. So he's like talking to her in the back while he's handing me my pizza. And while I'm getting it, I guess once he felt that, I guess the pizza was in my hand, he just let go. So then my pizza fell. Pizza falls face down on the counter. So I'm like, so now, I told him like, look, you dropped my pizza, 1, and 2, you got to clean it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not cleaning this up.
No,
and I'm not going to eat this now. It's
Hell
face
no.
down on the counter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
God knows the last time he wiped that shit down, he already had a nasty ass attitude.
Exactly. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, should I make a big deal? Continue to make this a big deal? Because he was threatening to call the cops and all this stuff over a slice of pizza
that he dropped.
Yeah. Because now I'm upset, and I expressed that. So now he's like, oh, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm like, bro. So fast forward, just to say, like, I just left because I didn't want to have to deal with the cops. God forbid, I would probably wouldn't even be here right
Over
now.
a slice of pizza.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
so
he had an
like,
attitude.
exactly. So I had to be the bigger person and just said, you know what? I didn't even ask for my money back. I was just like, yo, whatever. I'm out. I didn't even say nothing to him. I just walked out. Cause I'd rather have my freedom than to like really be going back and forth with this dude. And to be honest, when I get to that point, there's no stopping me.
Yeah.
Until like I calm down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just sometimes I guess as a black man, I just learned that you just gotta walk away from situations because you just never know. I don't have the privilege to just voice my opinion.
Right. Now, if you were white,
Oh
that
my
would have went a
God.
whole different
What?
way.
I would have still been
They
there
would
right
have
now.
called their lawyer.
Hell yeah. I'm reporting.
Yeah.
I'm reporting y'all.
Yeah.
You know,
They
I'm
probably would have
suing.
gotten a whole pie for free.
Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It probably would have never even went that far if I was white.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But whatever, bro.
That sucks. So
Whatever.
did you eat? Did you even get to eat anything?
I did.
Oh, okay. I still would ask for the money back. You could have at least done that. The fuck?
I was just so like, I was just so ready to just like walk out. I'm just like, you know what? Forget it. It was only $2.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've learned? So if you had a darkest moment, what have you learned from that moment? What has that taught you?
It taught me not to take things so personal.
Mm.
Not to take things so personal. I'm gonna be honest to admit that, you know, I'm jaded. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the things that I've been through in my life, I'm jaded.
Mm.
So like that contributes to my mental health heavily because it makes you feel like you're not worthy. That's just me. It makes me feel like I'm not worthy of being with someone or just being enough. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it don't even have to necessarily be you being with someone. It's just like you may feel like you were something to someone until like something bad happens, and then you realize like, damn, you wasn't even that important to that person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That shit
hurts.
that shit could take a toll on you.
Yeah.
You know? So, and especially as a man, like who do I talk to about
Mhm.
that?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to, I mean, I could probably talk to my friends, but I mean, that's hit or miss because it's like they could either clown me and be like, nigga, like,
Yeah, you acting like a bitch.
yeah, like
Get
it's
over
mad
it.
other
Mad
girls
other
out
girl,
there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, I don't know. I'm always stuck having to just deal with my shit in my head,
Mhm.
you know? And then
Yeah.
not having siblings, like, I can't really see, like, all right, my sister, she went through this. I know not to do this, you know, or
Mhm.
my brother, you know?
Yeah.
I'm my only child. So it's like a lot of stuff I had to learn on my own. And there's a lot of stuff I'm still learning by myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like the throughout my darkest moments, I feel like the reoccurring lesson was don't take things too personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's not gonna if it's not gonna affect you in 5 years, why are you still?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something I'm practicing.
Yeah.
If it's not gonna affect you in 5 years, just let it
Mhm.
go.
Let it go. That I need to work on too, because
Let
I
it
still
go.
take things mad personal.
Let it go.
It's so hard to let it go, because it's like, damn, if I let it go, am I weak? Like now I feel like you got the upper hand.
Oh, you gonna do this shit again if
Yes.
you know what I'm
like
saying?
if I don't check it, if I don't say
Exactly.
anything, you're gonna
Exactly.
keep thinking it's okay and
Exactly.
it's not.
Gotta choose your battles wisely.
Oh, that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning now too.
Choose your battles wisely.
Choose your battles, because not everything is really worth the fight.
Nope.
It's not.
Everybody's not worth your freaking
Mm-mm.
response. Sometimes, this is how I look at it. If somebody said something to piss you off
Mhm.
and it worked, they
Mhm.
already won.
They won. Yeah.
But if you don't give them that response, they could take it how they want. Oh, like, oh, she's pussy. She
Mhm.
didn't respond back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, she don't want smoke or whatever.
No, but and sometimes they'll even think like, damn, it didn't work.
Yeah. Or that they could look at it that way too.
Like, damn, I was trying to get the reaction. She didn't give it to me.
Especially
What?
if they tried it numerous times.
Yeah, and a lot of people like to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you're not even worth my response. So it's just like, whatever, bro. You said what you said. Whatever.
I think my meanest, my my main lesson for me is just like throughout all my dark moments, it's never gonna always be bad, and it's never gonna always be good.
This too shall pass.
Right. Life is like a ebb and flow of positive and negative, and you kind of just have to roll with the punches. And so it's like if I'm going through something dark, I just allow myself to go through it. Like I don't fight it.
Yeah.
I just allow it to pass through me, and then better days come, and we good.
So what do you do when like this is just off top?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do like if you're going through whatever you're going through, and like say like a friend is like trying to like hang out with you and you're not really necessarily in the mood, like, or whatever, like they're trying to joke around with you but you're not necessarily in the mood, like how do you deal with that? Because you know, we go through our shit, we're all living in our own worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all on the same planet, but we all in our own world.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when, you know?
See, like for me, I feel like, oh, I'm so sorry. For me, I feel like I have no problem telling someone like, hey, I'm not in the mood right now. Because I feel like it's not their fault. Like they don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
And I can't expect them to know, but I would just vocalize it and tell them like right now is not the time. I'm going through some things.
Are they are they understanding about it?
Some people are, and some people are like, what you mean? Like, you good? What are you stressed about? And it's just kind of like, all right. Like, I probably wouldn't even respond or say anything. I'll be like, you know, it's just not a right time for me right now. Like,
okay.
I vocalize that. How about you? You kind of just distance, like, ignore them completely, or?
Yeah, I'm bad at that. I'm very
a lot of my guy friends are like that though.
Like, cause it's like it goes back to what I was saying. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And as a man, it's just like, how do you explain to your friends like, yo, I'm depressed today. Like, I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a man.
Yeah.
You know, like.
A lot of men don't want to say that.
Yeah, because you may come off as weak.
A lot of my guy friends will just come back to me like a few days later, like, yo, my bad. I was just handling some things.
Right.
And really, they weren't really handling anything physically. It was mentally.
Right.
But.
Like, I had someone say, like, they said something kind of slick. And it triggered me. And I wanted to respond back to it, but I'm like, it's not even worth it. Like, somebody said, oh, I forgot what it was, but they were saying, oh, you know, we'll see how you feel that day with your little moods. And I was just like,
oh, nah. My friends tell me that too, though.
Gave him the death stare, and I was like, it's not worth it, because it's not even worth me going in on him, because this man has no type of knowledge of what the fuck I'm going through.
They're just not emotionally intelligent. That's what I say. So it was like, if I'm emotionally intelligent, I already have one up in that sense.
Right.
Like, it's like arguing with someone who's completely ignorant.
Yeah, it's not even worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not.
Because then you look just as dumb.
Exactly.
You know what's going on.
And you're wasting your breath going back and forth with this person.
I don't argue. Like, if I know that you're not going to understand where I'm coming from, I'm not even going to bother arguing with you.
Not even worth it.
It's so not worth it.
That's growth right there. What
do you do when, like, what kind of music do you listen to? Because I know we both like music.
When I'm down?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, if I'm down, this is bad, but I usually listen to like songs that's like, it matches the way I'm feeling. But it matches the way I'm feeling, but it kind of like makes me feel like it's okay that you're feeling this way.
Right.
So it's like I'm down.
And you don't feel alone.
Exactly. Either that, or I'm listening to something to kind of like, to kind of remind me that, yo, this is going to pass, like you said.
Yeah.
To kind of like, yo, like, just keep hustling, keep doing what you're doing. This is going to pass. And in time, you're going to see that what you were going through is just a lesson that you were learning at the time.
Yeah.
When you first learned math, we didn't get it right away.
Right.
But once you got it, it was just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It might have been hard while you were trying to learn this math equation.
Right. Cosine and sine. And
oh my God. Trigonometry is.
Oh my Lord.
Fuck trigonometry.
I was actually good at when I got it. See, once I got it, I knew it.
I was never good in trigonometry.
I was nice with it.
I was never good.
Nice.
But
I look at that now though, and I'm like, the fuck is this?
you can't.
I wouldn't be able to do any of that now.
None of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it just to go back to what I was saying. Like when I'm down, I just have to kind of like remind myself that this is just a lesson that I'm learning right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning it, and once I get grasp of whatever I'm learning, whatever this lesson is, I'll be good. But I have to remind myself that when I'm in the moment. You know, so
I listen to things that are completely opposite of what I'm feeling. So I just listen to music that makes me want to dance and turn up.
But is that necessarily helping you though?
It's because for me, it's like,
or is it just numbing you?
It's probably numbing me, but it helps. Like it gets me out of that funk, and that's all I want. I want an escape, and it's like I'm not gonna turn. Like I don't smoke, and I'm not about to sit in my room alone and drink.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. And sometimes
toxic.
I don't want to be around people. Like sometimes that can help you feel good, but I gotta be in the mood. Like I have a social meter, and once I'm maxed out, I'm done.
Yeah.
So when I'm in that mood, it's like I just want to get up, dance a little bit, maybe clean my house to some music.
So when you're down, like you really have it in you to dance?
Yeah. Like once I put that dance hole on, it's over. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I need it.
I wish it was that easy for me.
Yeah.
But what artist though?
All right. Popcorn, Alkaline, Dexter Dabs, Cranium, Vibes, of course, Movado, Massacre. Like I could just list all these dancehall artists. Okay. I already have a playlist, put it on shuffle, and that's it. I'm turned for the day. That's what I do.
For me, it's unfortunately they're not here anymore. But it was Mac Miller. It still is.
Yeah.
Mac Miller, rest in peace, and Nipsey Hussle. They're great.
Yeah. Those are great artists.
Like those two different type of music, but Nip was the one that kind of reminded me, like, bro.
That's like the empowerment artist.
Yeah.
Like you want to feel empowered?
Yeah.
Listen to Nip.
And Mac, he let me know that I wasn't alone. He was going through a lot of the same shit, probably on a way different scale. But he made me feel like I wasn't by myself dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, hold on.
But yeah, those two basically, they did it for me. Who else? Let me see. Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, Kid Cudi.
Kid
Cudi for sure. Kid Cudi helped me get into a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. That's all I could think of off the top of my head.
I think those are the main. Yeah, those are really good artists to listen to, though. I would agree.
Yeah, and they're not necessarily. They don't necessarily tell you to do bad things, the toxic things, to kind of like cope, because people.
Well, Kid Cudi Kid Cudi and Mac Miller both do. Well,
they did.
Mac Miller did, and Kid Cudi does.
But they never. But they never told you.
No, they don't encourage it. They don't promote it like that.
Exactly.
Right. It's just how they deal with it.
Exactly.
And they're just expressing it through their music. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you feel like, I'm sorry, you were going to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, like, that's pretty much what I, listen to to cope.
Do you feel like social media has an effect on your mental health?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
And I don't want to bash social media because it's like we were saying, like, if you...
It's a tool.
It's a tool, especially for us. Like, we're creatives now.
Yeah.
We get to use social media to promote our shit.
Yeah.
If you're starting a business, you use social media to promote that, to sell things. So that's definitely a positive. And I think it also brings people together, like, that you probably don't speak to or wouldn't speak to normally.
Networking.
Exactly. You network and you just keep in touch with maybe family members, friends that maybe they're not your best friends, but people that you're cool with, that you don't mind, keeping up with, I guess. But in terms of, like, the cons, do you feel like people take social media too seriously?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah. It's
like there's some people who may not have friends who just go to social media to get validation or to get some type of understanding. When you don't have friends, there's certain things that you just don't get, like certain jokes, certain like memes, insiders. How you gonna have an insider if it's just you by yourself? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like social media, it could be a pro if you're on social media to be a part of that community of just knowing everything.
Right.
But if you're just on there just to kind of like escape, that could be very detrimental.
Because you're escaping, it might be into the wrong things.
Right. And the go-to algorithm, like
Mhm.
just the natural algorithm
Yeah.
for social media, IG specifically, is super toxic.
I noticed when you say algorithm, I noticed when I was going through, like, I think August and September were the worst months for me, and October. 3 months straight of depression for me.
Why?
I don't even know. I wish I knew. There's so many things going on.
When did you say?
It was August through October.
Maybe. Well,
And
go ahead.
no. All I was going to say was, because you said algorithms, I was following a lot of like mental health pages and a lot of like just like quote pages. And all of them were like deep, dark, depressing memes. And they just kept coming up on my feed. So now I'm depressed in bed and I keep reading all these things and it's making me feel worse.
Once you see one, that's it.
So one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I started unfollowing even people that like I felt I was comparing myself to. Like, damn, they look so happy. Damn, her body isn't the way I wish my body would look like. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Or she's in such a happy relationship. Whatever it was like unfollow. And once I did that and cleared out all that junk, now I look at my page and I'm good. Like,
yeah.
I'm happy with what I see. I'm happy with the people I'm following.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize that was really affecting my mental health. And then, like what we said about taking things too seriously, I just want to share a post, the Applejack one that I sent you. Like, someone can make a post and say, if you got Apple Jacks on top of your refrigerator, your pussy is good. Now here go all the bitches swearing Apple Jacks their favorite cereal and posting the box on their fridge talking about, oh my God, da, da, da. But it's true. Like, any little meme and they'll take it seriously.
Yeah. Depending on what you're going through at the time.
Yeah, and it's like, if it'll even be memes about, if your man doesn't do this for you, if your woman doesn't do this for you, they don't really love you. Like, find somebody else. And it's just like, really? Yeah. And a lot of people would believe that.
Because it goes against everything that they already believed or had in their head. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially if it's like, especially if you keep seeing that same post, you think that there's some truth to it.
Yeah, like the universe is trying to tell me something.
Word. You know what I'm saying? So it could be real tricky. You know what I'm saying?
So I felt like I was comparing myself. Do you feel like you find yourself comparing yourself to other people too?
Yeah, because I feel like that's what social media does. You're constantly seeing other people in their life, in their world. And they show you, of course, they're going to show you the most positive showing you
things.
all the highlights.
Of course.
All the highlights, you know? Do you, all right. People, I heard this saying before. People say that, you know, they only show the highlights, but they're not showing the bad stuff, the bad stuff that you go through. But from what I see, when you do post your bad stuff, you get criticized.
It's like, why are you posting that?
Yeah, this is not for the internet. Why are you putting your business on there? It's kind of like the same
thing we said about mental health, like telling someone you're sad or you want to go see someone and get help. Why are you doing that? That is so true. I didn't even think about that.
Yo, some people, they don't even know how to deal with their personal problems and they don't have people to talk to. So they post it on Instagram or social media to see what people, to get their feedback. Yeah. To gain validation. It's just like, that's detrimental too. Because these people don't give a, they don't give a rat's ass what's going on in your life.
Like, the younger you are,
they don't even know you.
Think about all the young kids who post and get like cyberbullied.
Exactly.
And have killed themselves over the comments they've gotten.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really people out there who's just hurt. And they're out there hurting people.
Yeah.
Because hurt people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar.
Gem
like
droppers.
That.
Gem droppers.
That's a good one. So now we're talking about posting. Let's say you're in because you're single. I'm single too. But like, when you were in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship, do you feel like you're gonna be pressured or you're gonna feel inclined to post your significant other?
You asking if I would feel pressured?
Yeah. Some type of, like, now I'm in a relationship, she probably might, especially if she's heavy on social media. You know, girls love to post things.
Yeah. It depends on the individual. Depends on the individual.
On you or her?
On her.
On her? Okay.
Because, like, if she's not really on Instagram, or if she doesn't really post that much, she may not really, if she's not really into social media, then that particular posting her may not even
do anything for her.
It may not even cross her mind.
Right.
You know, but I get why you can feel pressured, because there is girls out there that want to be appreciated,
Right.
and posting them is in a sense, it's a way of showing appreciation
Mm-hmm.
of, you know, the love that you have. And I'm not opposed. I mean, when I was younger, I was opposed to doing it, to posting my significant other, only because, like I said earlier, like, if I'm in a relationship with you, this is sacred to me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't feel like that's to show off to the world.
Right.
That might be an insecurity of mine, but that's just how I am, and I'm just I'm just naturally secretive. Like, I don't show everything.
Also, bad mind.
Bad mind.
Yeah, like when you post, even when for me now, I'm kind of more conscious of like when I post myself or posting myself having a good time. Like, you don't know the energy other people have when they're viewing your post, and they might put negative energy towards that.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if I post my significant other and some bitter bitch is watching, she might put some real negative energy out into the universe regarding my relationship, and that could potentially affect my relationship. Like, I believe in that.
Okay.
So like even that, I feel like I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's cute, but I wouldn't expect it every single day or all the time.
Yeah, that's overkill.
And I'm okay with like just showing like a hand, not the face.
The
You
little
feel me?
subtle things.
Subtle things to let you know I'm dealing
Yeah.
with someone
Yeah.
that maybe me and him will understand.
Like what though? Like little like dates.
Little dates.
Like if y'all going out to eat.
Yeah, I might get the plates and the hand, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna do the face. You feel
Okay.
me? But I'm not.
There's a negative connotation to that too, though.
Depending on who you're with, like you said, because some men will be like, "Well, why aren't you posting my face? Like, why are
Yeah.
you not showing
Some
me?"
girls would be like, "Well, how worthy is what you have now if you're not even showing the person's face?
That could cross your
Especially if like in the photo you got the plate
mind.
and you got their body. You can see that it's a female or a male,
Right.
but then you put an emoji to cover their face. That speaks volumes.
My friend does that. My best friend does that. She covers. She puts an emoji, but it's because she doesn't want negative energy towards it. Like, she wants to protect it. She still wants to share the moment, but she doesn't want to reveal the face. Because even like I had spoken to someone who, like, he read my candle or whatever. He read me, like, he did a reading, and he was like, even when you post, try to wear sunglasses, because like through the eyes, if they look you in your eyes, they can put negative energy and that would affect you.
Really?
I don't know if I believed it 100%, but that's why she now puts emojis. I don't know. Keep the face sacred.
Okay.
I don't know about pressure. I feel like now, like you said, like it matters to me more how you treat me outside of social media. Because you could post me all day long and treat me like shit in real life.
True.
So it's kind of like the post isn't going to make up for how well or how bad you treat me when it's just me and you together, or how you treat me in public.
Yeah, that's true.
So I care more. Now that I'm older, I care more about that. When I was younger, you had to post me. If you didn't post me, that meant you didn't love me.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. That's when like everyone was sharing all these, they were sharing their relationships on social media. So it's like, oh, everyone else is doing
Be
it. How
honest.
come you're not doing it?
Be honest. Did you get that from another girl?
No. It was just inherent in me to feel that
Really?
way. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But now I'm over that. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Just treat me good. Be consistent. Communicate.
So what about if, all right, we're off of posting, but what if your significant other, if you had one, what if he or she was liking another? Oof. Triggered.
That was an issue that came up in my last relationship. I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan. Because it's like, damn, that's a good question. I'm going to pass the hookah on this one.
Hey.
You got the hookah now.
Gunshots for your head tops.
I just felt like it's, again, like what you said, you start comparing yourself to the women. I started comparing myself to the women that he was liking pictures of. And it's like, I didn't have their bodies, or I wasn't dressing like they were dressing, or maybe we just don't even look the same. So it made me feel like, damn, is that what you like? Because I don't look like that. I don't dress like that. I don't move like that. I don't talk like that. So is that what you want me to be? Like, am I not good enough? Or you just start making comparisons, and it kind of makes you feel like shit.
How do you feel about that now? Do you still feel that way? Are you willing to accept that that was just an insecurity of yours?
Yeah, definitely. But I just felt like when I would voice it, it was kind of like, yeah, like you're just being insecure. But then I would always say like, well, why don't you just? I would always feel like, damn, why couldn't you just respect my insecurity then and just not do it?
Did you vocalize that?
I did not at the time.
Okay.
I did not.
Why
I
not?
vocalized that I didn't like it, but I don't think I was honest about this makes me feel
Why
insecure. I didn't want to admit that I was insecure.
Why not? Ego?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just asking.
I can say that now.
Because I want the listeners and the viewers
Yeah.
to,
No, that's really what it is, an insecurity.
Understand.
It is an insecurity.
Okay.
I just felt like maybe if I did communicate it, he probably would have, backed down from doing it as often. You know what I mean? Because I feel like you're going to look at it, but that extra double tap to like it bothered me. Like, you didn't have to go hard and double tap. And I know that that's not really going hard because you're just tapping it lightly.
It's literally
But it's
just a
like,
picture.
that's just that extra step. You know what I mean?
Because
It's
to his defense, like, it's just pictures. And these girls know what to do to get our attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, all I'm doing is giving her the attention. Now, if it's different if I was commenting. If I commented,
then that's really extra.
You're breaking all types of rules. You know what I'm saying? All types of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Problematic. You know what I'm saying? But problematic. See, my take on that, if I see a girl, if my significant other, if I had one, if she's out here liking other photos, it is what it is. Because to be honest, whoever she liked, whatever photo she liked, especially if I'm aware of the things that she's into, like, I can't even be mad. Cause like if you're into Chris Brown, I'm a dark skinned man. I ain't nothing close to Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you on here liking Chris Brown, he got the shirtless photo or the game with his little shenanigans showing the print.
Oh yeah, he was wilding.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even get mad at that because that's what women like. And it's the same thing with women shaking their ass in the videos and all this other stuff, or showing their ass in their picture.
Right. Ass on the sink.
It's the same. It's the same thing as a guy taking a mirror photo with gray sweatpants in the print. It's the same thing. So it's like I gotta kind of just. It's just part of it.
I just have 2 points I want to make about that.
Go ahead.
One, I think back to the posting thing about posting your significant other. I think a lot of girls feel the way too when their man is so quick to like post when they're with their friends or support their friends. Like they'll like all their friends' photos, but it's like you're not liking your girl's photos. Or you posting your man's up like to support him, or, oh, this is your bro. But it's like you're not giving that same energy to your girl. So I could see why girls would feel some type of way because a lot of guys do that. So that's one. And then my other point was I do want to thank my ex because he prepared me for that in the future. Like if I get with someone who's like constantly liking another girl's pictures or other women's pictures, it's just not going to bother me because I dealt with that already and I'm over it now. Like I realize that it's my own insecurity.
Right. Gotta appreciate the things that you went through.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
Despite how it made you feel.
And that's what I've learned too. Like, it's never really the other person. It's something that you're dealing with internally that you need to work through.
Yeah.
Because it's not really like nobody could really do anything to really, really hurt you. It's how you're taking it.
Right.
So that's just another takeaway from that.
I assume that this affected your mental health too, right?
It did.
It did?
It did. But again, now I just like resolve through it, work through it. And that's it. So now, music time.
Of course. I'm always down for some music.
So I think in terms of music, you wanted to play something that you kind of, or an artist you listen to.
Yeah. I mentioned Nipsey Hussle earlier.
Yeah.
I want to play one of his songs that,
Okay. Would you like to introduce it?
Yeah, this one is by Nipsey Hussle again. Rest in peace. It's called Stuck in the Grind.
I had never heard this song either. And I love Bino.
He's not necessarily on this song, but on all the other songs in the project he's on. It's from the No Pressure The No Pressure project.
I love Nipsey's voice though. It's sexy. He got a nice voice.
He says the realest shit, yo.
He does. And he just talks to you.
Yeah, he's not really rapping.
No.
He's like he's talking to you.
Yeah. Like preaching to you through music.
Hmm. So like what song did you want to play?
So the song I want to play is so the song. All right, so not even a song, an album, an album. Because I said I like to dance when I'm stuck in my depression. For me, the album I've been listening to the most when I feel down is Wizkid's album, Made in Lagos.
Woof.
I don't know if I said that mad Spanish, but that's how I say
Fuck
the word,
it.
Made in Lagos.
Fuck it, you Spanish. So.
Yo, this album is a vibe.
Underrated though.
Super underrated. I am dying to be on vacation on a beach, getting drunk, listening to this album from start to finish. I am obsessed. I just picked one song that I like, but I like every single song on the album. So this song is Wizkid, Mighty Wine. Like, can't you picture it right now? On a beach, waves crashing with a drink. Lit.
I could see why this could change your mood or whatever.
Yeah, it's just this whole album is just smooth, mellow. You could just vibe to every song. It's just perfect. It just calms me down.
I feel like the instruments too contributes to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just a perfect album. Like, he really did his thing on this one. Oh, I'm about to be lit on vacation. Can't wait. I think that's what I look for too when I listen to music. Like, can I listen to this on vacation? And if I can, it's added to the playlist. Or if I could work out to it.
Yeah, my vacation sounds dope right now.
Yo, it's needed.
I wish I could get actually, go somewhere.
Soon you will. Soon you will. It's going to take some time, but just have it in mind where you want to go. Where do you want to go when it's time for you to go on vacation?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a dream of mine to just. It's nothing special, but I want to go to Puerto Rico.
Okay, I haven't been. I've never been, and I'm Puerto Rican.
I want to go, man.
So
I just want to go somewhere. But yeah, vacation is well needed. That would have never happened if I had a vacation.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, this was a good episode. Thank you for joining me yet again. Takeaway. All right. So, I don't know. I feel like my takeaway from this is, like I said, like, life is a roller coaster. It's going to have its ups, its downs, peaks and valleys. Go through it. Don't fight it. Go through the emotions and just know that you're going to come out of it.
Sit with your problems, too. Don't run from it.
Exactly.
Don't run from it, because once you run from it, it'll definitely come back when you least expect it.
Exactly.
Like, my take is that, and despite everything that you go through, keep in mind that it will pass, and if you choose to learn the lesson from it, it'll definitely pass, and you'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate the pain that you went through.
Yeah.
That's something that I learned too.
Yeah. Nothing that happens to you is ever in vain. Like you're always gonna get
everything
some
happens
type
for a
of
reason.
lesson. Exactly.
Everything happens for a reason. So that's all I gotta say on that.
Beautiful.
Episode 5, baby. 6. Damn, I'm already losing count.
Episode 6.
We working hard.
It's alright.
Episode 5 is out now though. Go watch that.
Yes, do that.
Go watch episode 5.